Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? I had a little technical difficulties this morning. I thought I was going to be late or something, but I'm not. I'm on time. All is good. It's just fuzzy. Like the video feed is kind of cropped. The video right here is kind of cropped. It's kind of fuzzy. But you know what? On your side, I'm looking at it right now. When I pop into the thing on mobile, it looks just fine. So this whole thing that I've been worried about all morning doesn't even wait. No, now it's not fine. It is cropped. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. That's right, November 21st, 2018. And I believe it is a Wednesday, and it is the first and the very last time it will ever be Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. So we have to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. Man, I'm so excited. We've got Thanksgiving tomorrow. We've got family in town. It's going to be incredible. And I know a lot of you asked, a lot of people were like, Glenn Lundy, will you be live tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. on Thanksgiving? And the answer to that is absolutely. I will be here tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. It's a Thursday. We still got to get after it. We got a big day ahead. And so the question really is going to be, will you be here with me tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Are you going to sleep in because you got the day off? And I'm not saying that's bad, just asking a question. Yesterday, the kids, yesterday we started with something funny. Yesterday we started with something really funny on the show, and I kind of liked doing that, and I kind of liked laughing about it. So here you go.
Ready, set, go!
Ready? His legs are gonna smash into that tree.
Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna fly on the wall.
Yep. Okay, ready? 3.
All right, I can't do it anymore. That video is like 3 minutes long. Just these kids flying everywhere. I like the one where the parents are like, just sit down. It's okay. Yeah. Just have a seat. And then as soon as the kid said sound, they slam them into the wall. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had to do that. I had to do that. It's cracking me up. I can see it on the replay right now. But listen, last night I took the kids to a movie, right? And this was the first time ever that I took 4 kids all by myself. I took 4 kids all by myself to a movie. I took Savannah, who's 9. I took Joel, who's 6. I took Willow, who is 4. And I took Meredith, who is 3 years old. It was the first time I ever took all 4 of them to a movie by myself. And I got to tell you, I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. I was scared to death that I wouldn't be able to handle it. I was scared to death that, I would do something, I'd lose one of the kids, something. I was scared because this stuff's more new to me. I'm normally the just go to work guy. My wife is the take care of the kids guy. And then if I do go to a movie or something, I usually just take the oldest 2. I don't take the smaller ones. So I was really scared to death to do it. But I'll tell you, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I did it. I'm so happy that I made that decision last night to do that with the kids because we really had a great time. Went and saw Ralph Breaks the Internet. It was really just a great time. And so I'm so happy that I did that. But I got to tell you, it was just kind of a random thought. Like, it was this random thought. And so what I'm going to get into today is what made me decide to go ahead and do that decision. And ultimately, it was just a random thought and a voice that was kind of in my ear. And I want to dive into that today, those random thoughts and the voices in your ear, that little voice that's telling you something. I want to dive into that a little bit today. But first things first, you know what we got to do. Let's dance. Come on now. That's right, folks. Come on now. I'm not feeling any energy in here yet. I'm not feeling it yet. So we need to bring it right here, right now. For those of you that have been here before, and those of you that this is your first time, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. This is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I absolutely believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts today is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. I don't care if you're watching on replay or you're watching live. Either way, I need to hear from you. So this morning, I want to say good morning to my good friend Aaron Jones. What's up, John Allen, Sheila, Keith McKenzie? How you doing, CJ Craig Miles? How you doing, Pam Biddle? Josh Marks is in the house, and Pam Pridemore. This is Janelle Griego. Is it so nice that we should say it twice? Mrs. Janelle Griego. What's up, my man Nars? My man Nars, my wife sent me a message last night and said, hey, a turkey just ended up on our doorstep. Thank you, Nars, and to your beautiful wife for sending. You guys sent us a smoked turkey. Unbelievable. Good morning, Naomi. Good morning, Steven. What's up, Paul Lynch? Chris Yancey's up in here. Eric Willeroy's up in here. What's up, Patrick Himmerly and Junior De La Rosa? What's up, my man? That's a cool name. Junior De La Rosa. What's up, Ben Pridemore? Dave Clayton. Ray Hatcher's up in the house. Josh. What's up, John Allen? Sandra Benstock's up in the house. Tyler Miller's up in the house. Everybody's up in here this morning. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, does that feel better? I feel a little bit better? We awake? We moving? You awake? You moving? All right, cool. Because I'm awake and I'm moving. Check it out. Listen. My wife last night, she's been having a headache, man. My wife's been having like a big-time headache lately. And I have no idea really like where this headache is coming from. I mean, we've got Meredith who just screams. Every word that comes out of her mouth is like in a scream, you know? And I don't mean like a normal just like, ah! No, this is like somebody just chopped my leg off type scream. And that's kind of the phase that Meredith is in. What's up, Sean Hayes? Good to see you this morning, my man. That's kind of the phase that she's in right now. She's in this phase where everything is a blood-curdling scream. So maybe that has something to do with my wife's headache. I don't know. Joel and Willow, you know, my 6-year-old son, my 4-year-old Willow, they just bam, 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 bam. They fight like all the time. You know, they fight all the time, man. Joel's a sweet kid, don't get me wrong, but you put him in a room with Willow, and those two just, their personalities just clash, man. And they fight. So maybe that's why my wife got a headache. I don't know. Maybe it's that. Savannah, my 9-year-old, she's like becoming my 9-year-old is becoming a, how do you explain it? 19-year-old. She thinks she's much older than she is, and she sometimes thinks she's the mom of the house, and she thinks she's the boss, and so she's trying to control things, and her and my wife kind of like go at it sometimes, and not in a mean way or not in a bad way, just a little bit of conflict there. And so Savannah's the type, she likes to whine, and she likes to complain, and so I don't know. Maybe that's why my wife has had a headache lately. Or maybe it's Fisher. My son, Fisher, he's 18 months old, and here's what he does. You say, hey, Fisher, and he goes, ah! How about that? Ah! 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 That's the noise he makes all the time, dude. People are probably like dropping out of the feed this morning because that noise, ah! Ah! Could you imagine all day? Ah! Hearing that? Ah! No, ah! Every time you're trying to do something. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe that's why my wife has a headache. I don't know. Or maybe it's the new baby. Maybe it's the new baby that she's taking care of that we have. This baby that's just a couple weeks old yesterday and doesn't really sleep much. You know, maybe it's the new baby. I don't know. But my wife has had a massive headache the last couple of weeks. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I'm home all the time now. Maybe I'm the one giving her the headache. Who knows? But she's had a lot of headaches lately, and so no real surprise there. Obviously, I'm joking. My wife has a very tough job, so no surprise there. And so last night she was telling me about the headache, and Meredith was doing the screaming, and Joel and Willow were doing the fighting, and Savannah was doing the complaining, and Fisher was going all the time, and the new baby's actually sleeping because everyone else is awake, and that's what the new baby does. The new baby waits till everyone else goes to sleep, and then the new baby wakes up. So I had this thought. It just popped into my head. All of a sudden, I had this thought. And I'm like, I wonder if I could take my kids to a movie. And so I opened up the app Fandango and I looked, and Ralph Breaks the Internet had just come out. I didn't even think it was coming out till tomorrow, but it came out yesterday. And so I'm like, maybe I could take the kids to the movie. And then I look, and there's 5 seats available. I'm like, that's perfect. There's 4 kids plus me. That's 5. So then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Hold up. Me alone? 4 kids? 9, 6, 4, 3, can I do this? I don't know if I'm qualified. I don't know if I'm accredited. I don't know if I'm allowed. I don't even know if my wife will allow it. So I went in the laundry room where my wife was doing laundry. I went into the laundry room and I showed her the phone. I'm like, hey, there's this movie. It starts in like 45 minutes and it's The Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. And maybe I could take the kids. That way you could get a little break and maybe it'll alleviate your headache. And so that's my thought. But I'm just curious, am I allowed to do that? I seriously had to ask her, like, am I even allowed to do this? I don't even know if I'm allowed. And my wife's like, what are you still doing here? Get the kids, get them out of here. If you're willing to take the 4 of them to the movie, then you need to go. So I went out into the living room and I stood like I was Superman. And I said, kids, children, I need you to get dressed immediately. We're going to the movie. And the kids were like, and they ran all to their rooms and they got dressed and we loaded up in the hashtag Lundy limo and we went to the movie. And it was awesome. We went to the movie. And see, it was really cool because it was really cool because Meredith Brooke, my 3-year-old, she never gives anybody kisses, right? Every once in a while, it's very rare that you'll get a kiss. She won't kiss me. She tells me she doesn't love me all the time, right? And we got back from the movie, and after the incredible movie, we got back and we were walking through, and Meredith told me she didn't have fun in the living room. You know, she was just walking through the living room. She's like, I didn't have fun. I'm like, all right, thanks, whatever. And so she goes, and we get in bed, and we tuck him in, and guess what? Meredith gave me a kiss. She gave me a kiss, which is a big deal. I never get a kiss from this kid. And so it was awesome. It was awesome. And so I guess what I wanted to talk about this morning is, why did I do that this time? Why did I make that decision to act on that thought? And I want to share something with you. Eric Thomas was on this show on Monday. He was on the show Monday, and he said something that really struck a chord with me. I hope it struck a chord with you. But he was on the show Monday, and he said that we cannot afford to lose a thought. Did you guys catch that? He said, we cannot afford to lose a thought. And so when this thought popped into my head to take the kids to the movie, and then everything popped into my head to talk me out of it, Eric Thomas kind of popped into my head and was like, whoa, bro, you can't afford to lose a thought. For those of you that don't know who Eric Thomas is, check this out.
Bob Proctor is one of the guys, anybody you're familiar with the book, The Secret, he's one of the master teachers, and I had an opportunity for him to be my mentor, and it was funny, I'll never forget, we were talking, and he said to me, son, how much do you charge? It's about a year ago. So I said $10,000. I was excited. I come from poverty, Glenn. I come from a working class. I made, $10,000. I can do 20 gigs a month. $10,000. My mother never made $10,000 at one time. I'm excited. He said $10,000. I said, yeah. He said, what else do you do? I said, well, I've got the book, The Secret to Success. He said, you sell a book? Oh. I was asking to be mentored, not insulted. He said, oh, your little book, you still selling books? I said, still? I'm sorry, I'm from Detroit, high school dropout. Nobody on my block is an author. Nobody in my family is an author. When you say still, help me out. What do you mean by still? We made over $1 million the first year. What do you mean still? He says, Eric, nobody really makes good money off of books but Chicken Soup for the Soul. He said, you give this away and you turn it into an ascension program. I said, a who? He said, an ascension program, kid. He said, listen to me, the little TGIM thing you're doing, that's for people who don't really want a lot. There's a group out there, they want to learn how you did it from top to bottom, son. You need a program, you need a university online. He said, $10,000, you're one of the best in the world, $10,000? He said, do me a favor, let's start at least at 20. I saw him 6 months later. He said, Eric, how's the 20 thing coming? I said, it's going great, sir. He said, what do you mean it's going great? I told him 20 and everybody's doing it. He said, then that's a problem. Lions are wired differently. I said, what do you mean it's a problem? You told me to say 20. I said 20, now they're giving me 20. Like, is this a trick? He said, no, if you're saying yes, it's a problem. Say a number that they're going to say no to, and then you can negotiate. So tell them 100 and see where it falls. Say, I bet you won't be anywhere close to 20. Shit, what am I telling you? He said, your problem is you think like a kid who grew up in Detroit. You think like a kid who came from poverty. You think like a kid whose mama had him at 17 years old. That's how you think. You're not wired to be who you've been called to be. What you need to think is not how you see the world, but what you need to see is how the world sees you. And the world doesn't see you as a 10,000 kid. The world sees you as much bigger. And when you can see yourself as the world sees you and not how you see yourself, is when you're going to go to another level. Let me tell you something. You got it. So when you walk out of here, the way you see yourself is the problem. It's always a result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. You're not going to be the best. You're not going to catch the best if you're not intentional and deliberate. And there are those of you in your space, and whatever you're trying to do, you don't even represent the best in your space, and you still not giving 120. You're trying to catch the guy, you're trying to catch the female, that's the best. And you're waking up and giving me 70%. You're giving me 80%, but yet you have these dreams that you're gonna be the best. How?
That video continues on. You can check it on, but that's my man, Eric Thomas. And that's the guy that said the other day, he said, you can't afford to lose a thought because it's so powerful, right? These thoughts are so powerful. And so I thought about that last night when this thought popped up that I should take the kids to the movie, that I could maybe relieve my wife and maybe help relieve her headache and give her just a small break. And even though it was scary and even though it was terrifying, I thought, okay, cool. Here's the thought. I can't afford to lose this thought. I just got to take action on this thought. And I thought, man, this morning I thought, I got to share this with you guys because this is powerful stuff. Because how many thoughts do you have? How many times does a thought pop into your head and you're not taking action on it? How many thoughts are you letting go by that could be leading to something? How much of your life are you letting pass you? Because I know if you're anything like me, you can't afford it. I can't afford it. You know, on January 6th, I had a thought. I thought I need to go live from my closet on January 6th of this year. That's what my thought was. I need to go live from the studio upstairs, and I need to help change the way people start their day. That was a thought. Look at what that thought has become. In 10 months, look at what that thought has become. This community, all of the relationships that have been developed. It's the most valuable thing in the world to me. It's the most valuable thing. My wife is watching this show right now. Are you kidding me? It's valuable. It's become a clothing line. It's become a planner that we're now going to be able to attack 2019 together with. I've had guests. It's brought me into relationship. It's that one single thought became a Rise and Grind event here in Paris, Kentucky. That one single thought led me to Sean Hayes and Dave Benson and the Hustle and Grind Con. That was incredible. That one single thought led me to Eric Thomas, who is now my friend, who I could call right now if I need to, who did my show on Monday, who reminded me to remind you that you can't afford to lose a thought. It all starts with a thought. On October 15th, I had a thought as I was sitting in that chair. On October 15th, it was a Monday morning, and I thought, you know what? It's time for me to quit my job. That was the thought, and I could have just said, what? That thought's crazy. I could have said, no, your wife's about to have a baby. I could have said, no, you got all these kids. I could have said, no, you got to pay your bills. I could have said no to all of those things. I could have let the thought just come and go, but instead, no, I said that I got to take action on this thought. I got to take action on this thought. And because I took action on that thought, my relationship in just a few weeks with my wife has grown stronger. My relationship in just a few weeks with my kids has grown stronger. Everything has grown stronger. And yes, it's scary. And yes, it's like, oh my gosh. And yes, it's like, oh, what are we going to do? But I'm telling you, listen, we're going to figure it out. We got God in our corner. He will protect us. He's here for us. And I can already see in just 3 weeks, I can already see what that one single thought, actually it's been 4 weeks. Yeah, going on 5. Holy crap, it's been over a month. In just 5 weeks, I can already see what that one single thought, it's time for me to quit my job. And the decision to go through with it has done in my life, in my son's life, in my daughter's life, in my other daughter's lives, in my wife's life, in my life. That one decision. So listen, guys, it all starts with a thought. You cannot afford to lose your thoughts. I need you to know something clearly. That see, and let me make sure to, before we get out of here, before I get too crazy, I want to make sure to let you know, not all thoughts are good and should be acted on. So you got to know that your thoughts are unique to you, but they deserve attention. You see, I take notes all day long. I've got notes in my phone. I send myself text messages. If I see my son do something, I might take a note. Or maybe it's from church, I might take a note. Maybe I'm watching a video, I might take a note. Maybe it's one of you guys post something, I might take a note. I'm constantly taking notes because whenever I have a random thought, I take a note. Maybe it's a thought in the shower, I take a note. Maybe it's a thought this morning, I take a note. Maybe it's a thought while I'm laying in bed, I take a note, because you will forget. I promise you, you will forget. So I take notes and I go back and I look at the notes and I go, oh yeah, I need to definitely take action on that. You can't always just take action right there on the thought right in that moment, right? You might have a thought like I need to do something. It might be 2 a.m. You might be laying in the bed. You can't go do nothing. So what do? You take a note. You take a note and you go back and you review, because not necessarily all thoughts are good. Not all thoughts are pure. Not all thoughts will fall in line with your mission, your vision, your values. So you got to sort through those. You sort through them. But you need to pay attention to these thoughts, because I need you to understand something. These thoughts are uniquely given to you and only you. You are the only person that thinks like you. No one else on the planet sees what you see. No one else on this planet can do what you do the way that you do it. It's only you, because see, you have to understand that you are uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some good decisions on that path. You're doing good things. You bought your hashtag Rise and Grind planner. You've joined the group. You're watching the show. You're changing the way that you start your day. You're posting in the group. You're posting comments on other people's comments. You're lifting each other up. You're encouraging people. You're smiling. You're starting to affect your friends, your family members, your coworkers, all of those things. You're starting to do that, and it's truly making an impact. It's making an impact on all of them. It's making an impact on all of them, and it's had an impact on me. And I, for one, dude, I absolutely love you for it. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I absolutely stinking love you. I love you. So I need you to understand something. Those thoughts that are coming to you, your thoughts, they're uniquely yours, and I need you to pay attention to them, because you can't afford it. You can't afford it. You can't afford to not pay attention to these thoughts and start taking action on them. I'm telling you, you tired of an average life? You're tired of an average existence? You're tired of falling into the same 4 walls and stepping into the same normalcy every single day? Then I need you to start listening to you. You can listen to me all day long. You can read read books all day long. You can watch videos all day long. And that's awesome. And that's powerful because it puts the people in your ear when you need them in your ear. But the person I need you to listen to is yourself. You're the most powerful person in the room. You're the most powerful person on your phone. You're the most powerful person in your house. You're the most powerful person in your life. I need you to start listening to you because no one's ideas can be planted the way yours can. No one's going to see your life the way you can. No one's going to do what you do the way you do it. Nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. That's the power of being a child of God. I need you to have an amazing day today. If you need more videos like this, go to glennlundy.com. Yeah, that's with 2 N's, but if you type in 1 N, it's okay because I bought the URL yesterday and you'll still get to the right place. So it's glennlundy.com. If you haven't got your hashtag Rise and Grind planner yet, please go do so. You have until end of business on Friday, Black Friday, before the price goes up 20%. So I'm telling you, just go ahead and get it now. And then most importantly, will you please come back? Will you please come back again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. I need you to come back again, make the decision, have the thought, and take action on it to be back here again 5:30 a.m. tomorrow as we do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind.